Here we go. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm just gonna make in some stuff, do this, do a little more extra work here and there, and try to have some fun. If you're new to the channel, welcome and have a good time. Unfortunately, I still can't figure out the music part, so yeah. If anybody wants to let me know how that works, go for it. So we're gonna get started. There's also some new donation tabs, and hopefully that works out. If they're not working, let me know, and we'll get started here in a bit. Okay, cool. Yeah. I also gave myself a little introduction, so when people see it, they're getting a little introduction what's going on. A little introduction. I think I need to make a video that gives me more full introduction of what the heck is going on in this channel. Amor. For those, yeah, it shows up, but I think it's everything is set up, and I even have the God, what's it called? The Ko-Fi thing. It's down there at the bottom. I need someone to at least click on it, see if they can see it. So, I think what I'm gonna try and do is be a little bit more traditional than what I'm normally doing. I'm still debating if I want to try and put everything more on a on a kind of a grayscale kind of colors. And I still can't. I've looked around, but I don't think I can really put it. From what I've understood, it looks like I have to get permission to use any kind of music of any kind. They have some free stuff, but it's like it's more for like when you're introducing yourself in some kind of offline video. So it's not really useful for a live stream all the way around. Hey champ. So that's the idea here, is to, and then so right now I still need about $200 so I'm like, yay, pay bills. So like I said, I'm gonna try and do this a little bit more traditional, kind of more shading, more cross hatching, stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna beat a lot of major artists, but I figured I'd give more of a try. So these pages technically might take longer to do. Yeah. I mean, if somebody dumps 300 on me, and like, hey, I'll do whatever you want, man. I'll go skin a coyote if you want me to. Yeah. I'm just hoping, because the thing is that the rent is due on the 1st, and the 1st is a Sunday, but I'll have the 2nd, which is a Monday, but I need to talk to them and see if about giving them the check then, and that way I'm not too worried about paying everything on time, because I know, because they've said it before, if like it falls on a day where it's you can't do it, then you know, you're okay. So I was thinking to give them a check, and that would make it easier. Or maybe talk to them, see if they can work out something with me. I think it takes a day from the time you do it to when it gets into my account. The thing is since it's not sending straight to my to the business account, it's sending to the other account. I would have to go to my bank, pull it out from the ATM, and then turn around and put it back in my into the account that's for the. And then, because we still have your other one to do. Yeah, I know. It's just everything fell on a weird day. So, so I'm debating on these trees is to like take the edges of these leaves and then just kind of outline them and do like little spots where you get like center black, and then just fill in those black when I get there. Yeah, I know. I realize it's a little bit of cheating, but I figure it might look a little bit better than trying to randomize this entire bit again. So I did finally figure out how to put music so I can hear it, but you guys are not hearing it. So you're gonna have to play your own music until I can figure out what I can and can't do. And then so I'm debating taking this sword out because I think it takes away from the scene because the center focus should be this character here, and then I have this sword here, so that it kind of pulls your eye over here to the sword rather than to her. Yeah. Well, it's up to you, sir. I mean, we can figure it out. All right. Because if you get it in on Friday, it should come in Saturday, and I should be able to get it out on Saturday. Because today is no, wait, hang on. What's today? Yeah, no. Okay, never mind. I'm over here thinking 4th of July in my head for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, sir. I will work on that here, but I can't. But I can't since it's not safe for work. And I don't know if YouTube has an adult warning channel thingy, my bob. Like Picardo does. I don't know, I mean, and my oh, I'm trying to get the rest of the Patreon stuff done. Because I was only going to do this for like maybe an hour and a half, and then I was going to go back to Patreon stuff. Because I still got to finish the Patreon stuff too. I was just like, I'm just been running myself ragged for no freaking reason, and I'm just like... Yeah. But I'm also trying to figure out how to... Right. But so basically, Lily walking down the steps as she sees the crystal that holds Ilium's character in kind of like a live stasis of sorts. Can't forget that either. Yeah. So yeah, that's my debate right here is to whether to leave this sword in or take it out. Oops. Duh. She's gonna be cross-eyed if I don't fix that. In hindsight, I may want to change that eye. This may be a bit much to hang on to. The one thing I like about this program is that, you know, there's a basically what happened here is that this elf bot, or yes, well, technically she would be called a war golem here, but she's basically an elf bot. Stumbles into what would be a human camp and finds a bunch of people slaughtered and all this other crazy stuff. And the sword was just in the tree because I thought it would be cool for it to be in the tree because they were in a big old fight. I think that's a little bit better. Kind of like the focus of a camera. So her eyes are kind of like a camera. I think it's better. And there's less work to accomplish. I'm just going to darken that in because I can't really. But then I think what I'm gonna have to do is up the page format size because this is getting a little too pixely when I zoom down. Hmm. I mean, what are you guys hearing aside from just me talking? Because I see the mic is picking up noises. I just not sure where it's picking them up from. What are you listening to? Because I'm pretty sure I only had the mic on. Unless it's taken for something else. Like, is there any music going on whatsoever? That's what I'm concerned about, because then I have to stop the stream, delete what's going on, and then try again. Because I really don't feel like getting a copy strike by accident. Now I'm in my apartment. I'm not sure how it's getting everything from all the way out there. Maybe I should turn the gain down. Where's the gain? There's the gain. Let me turn it down. Okay. I turned the gain down and see if that works. Can you still hear me okay? I need to stop singing stuff. Huh. I think what it is what you're hearing is the air condition. Because that screwball is loud. Sometimes I'm trying to watch TV and I hear it's like a freaking vacuum. I need. There has to be a way to. Damn it! I forgot to change the name of the live stream again. Yep. I wonder if it'll let me change it. And then crud. Oh, cool! It did change it. And I can hear myself double now. So let me see if I can, because I'm gonna try and put this in other places. It just occurred to me I didn't do any of that, so. Streaming live on YouTube. Well, I changed it so. Ah, damn it! I should have just. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, instead of because a champ asked me. I have a cousin. He's like, "Oh, hey, I opened a designer business." I'm like, have fun. He wants me to come see. Like, I think he wants me to do some work for him. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll see how it goes. I was like, I already have my own business, so so we'll have fun. Uh-huh. Ah, post our new post. Oh, come on. I mean, the Patreon is the one acting like a butt. Yeah, Patreon, for whatever reason, is not doing anything. It's like, it's giving me a loading sign. Yeah, I don't want that. Alrighty then. That's what it should say now. I sat there and I adjusted it. Alrighty then. Well, back to things. I still have to work out the first, because the idea I had in mind was that they were gonna go to different territories and things go on and this and that and so they will be dealing with different situations here and there. And so I don't know if I have a set major villain just yet. Maybe like little things here and there. And I just realized I gave her kind of a beehive, but I can't think of anything different to do for her hair. I also ran a check. I was because I wanted to see if I could stream the one of that game we were talking about, Cal. But I wanted to see if I have to ask permission to stream the game because I think you do. Because someone was pointing out, oh, you may need to ask permission before you can do this or do that. Because I figured we would have fun, and sit there and wisecrack and have fun. Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk to my brother about. Him and Colin. Crap. Him and Dojin. Hope I can edit that out. It would be him and Dojin. Myself, of course, you, and anybody else we can get together. It's just straightforward fun. We're not gonna sit here and discuss philosophy. We're just gonna sit there and have fun. See, because I bought just the game by itself. I didn't buy all the extra add-on stuff they had there. I mean, it was $17, but I was like, eh. Yeah, that's gonna help. One more down. And I also gotta see why my pin keeps doing that. This is like it's doing stuff prematurely before I do it. Let's see. Okay, in hindsight, I should have. Oh, for the love of freaking! I guess that's what I get for seeing if the search engine was gonna play nice with me. Because I'm trying to figure out if I should. I'm thinking of putting a symbol into the circle, but instead of just leaving it like a piece of faceless metal. And see if that's something I want to draw repeatedly. Right. It's basically, you have to consider what you're gonna be willing to draw for like hours on end, and because not everything can be saved as a pattern that you can, just, well, you can, I suppose. But that's one of those things I should do in my own time, not in the stream. I feel like I should just get like do some kind of Q&A for this. That way people can have an idea what I'm trying to do. So it's more like this. Hmm. So this will probably be the only page I really finished today, because it takes a bit when you decide to slow down and take your time and make everything look badass. Yeah, it eats up more time, and then get a valor, see. Mm-hmm. You know what? Maybe you should guys like toss me questions, and then that way I can fill them here, and then when people see this stream, they can ask me. They'll see they'll hear the questions and hear the answers. No, just no politics, dudes. No politics, guys. My dudes. Oh, that I remember. My badge came in, so yeah, I'm good to go on my badge. My badge for Comic Con. So I'm like, yay! Why not both? Yeah, but you know what I mean, dude. It's just I don't want people fighting, and I don't want people getting into a shouting match for whatever reason. And then, you know, these forums are for to have fun, or this channel is to have fun. You're here to escape. And I refuse to get caught up in stupidity, so. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I refuse. Nope. Yes, I have actually. I am actually trained in both animation and 2D and 3D animation, so I can actually do both. It's just me by myself. It would actually take a bit to do it, but otherwise, and I don't have the pro. This program here can actually do it, but I haven't tried, and I know there are other programs that are more suited for it. This is more like if you're just learning how to do animation and so on and so forth. But mostly I'm better at 2D stuff, and more I guess more better at the building stuff in 3D programs. I absolutely hate rigging, so. All right. Does that answer the question, or there's more? On the NES, The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, of course, classic Mario. Um, the Batman game. That's the one I remember the most. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but you basically you get to jump around. That was my first more instance of the system they used for Ninja Gaiden. So it's Ninja Gaiden and the Batman game. So those are the two I like the most. Legend of Zelda, just because you can sit there for hours and and have fun, just killing, beating stuff. Then you come back and finish it. Come on, guys! Don't leave a cow to do it by himself. 16-bit, Super Nintendo. I think that was the 16-bit era. God, my brain is just not here. Super Metroid, actually. I love the Super Mario Brothers game that was I'm trying to remember the exact name of it. TurboGrafx. I didn't have a TurboGrafx, and the only person I remembered, because I didn't have a Genesis either. We had a Super NES, and that's all we had, and so it was mainly a lot of the smaller games. So we would do Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2, and but it was mostly like Legend of A Link to the Past, Super Metroid, a lot of those games. A series or like a movie? Because not a see because I'm not sure how where we would classify shows like Thundercats, because Thundercats was made in Japan, but it's made for American audiences, so I'm not sure if it classifies as an anime. But I guess the first real straight from Japan anime was actually Ghost in the Shell, and that's and well, then the Thundercats, GI Joe, and Transformers, because those were all made by Japanese companies, and they just brought it here to the state. So Thundercats as a series, and Ghost in the Shell as a movie. Because I didn't see Battle Angel Alita until much later. By then I had read the manga before the anime. Favorite 80s. See, I was born in the 80s, so a lot of the movies I was too young for. And I can't remember everything that came out of the 80s. But I would probably go with RoboCop. Because I think he was in the 80s. 80-ish era. Or anything was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, mainly Van Damme. You know, because that's how I got hooked into martial arts or martial arts movies. It was Van Damme and Bruce Lee. Yeah, I can't remember everything that came out of the '80s. I was literally a kid in the '80s. You know, I had the attention span of a fly. Especially when as a kid versus to an adult, I have more imagination as a kid than I do as an adult. And at that time, my parents are a little more. Well, my mom, rather, not my dad. My mom was more like, "Oh, you can't watch this. This is too violent, to this, to that." So any of the real good movies I didn't get to see until I was like 15, 16. Well, not 15, 16, more like 10, 12. By then, it was the 90s. And a lot of that stuff was censored, and I didn't get to see the uncut stuff until much, much later. When I was like 16, 17. When I could do things like rated R movies. And La Mafia. And I really need to stop doing that. Favorite PS1 era game? Tomb Raider. Yeah, because we mostly had Tomb Raider. Then came along Metal Gear Solid. So those are like the two big favorites. All right, dude, come on. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I don't know, Mach 1? Okay, fine. The freaking top of my drink fell down. Dang it. Yeah. Come on, guys. Don't leave Cal to do it all by himself. Well, I don't want you doing everything by yourself, dude. And just, you know, everybody should get a chance and get a shot and, you know, talk and do this and do that. And, you know, fembots. There's no fembot. You would think people would come. And the funny thing is that I just realized that I'm David Flinch, David Cage may have gotten done the Android taking care of the kid thing in his game, but I'm doing it in the comic, and I came up with the idea before then. And I'm like, dang it, he just beat me to the punch. I'm like, you beat me to the punch, you freaking. Because the way I have this character's arc going, it's gonna be a pretty big arc. Oh, I mean, just keep it coming, dude. I'm just trying to get everybody more involved. But I guess I'm doing a terrible job at it. I just don't know how else to advertise this channel. And that way we get more people in, and that way you're not the only one asking questions. And, okay, the music I put up just want to stop. And then, you know, because right now it's telling me my stream is live, and I'm just looking for music so I can listen to myself. And then, and the thing is I'm not gonna beat a lot of the other people on here that are streaming, and then so there are a couple big name artists that are on here, and usually they'll. Sometimes I try not to stream when they're streaming, just because I can see if I can get more people in, but you know they still tend to beat me. The history of the Teenage Mutant Turtles, man. Ninja Turtles was my thing as a kid, and that came out in the '90s, I do believe. You know, I honestly forgot what movies he's made. Oh, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Actually, everything you just listed are all the ones I know, or are the ones I know and like and love. So you just answer the question for me, sir. Yeah, They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, The Thing. You know, there was another artist that he was at Image Comic. I think his name was Pat Lee. Pat Lee, I think. Man, he did the best Transformers design. The his designs for the Transformers were freaking awesome. Hey, Bob. I'm guessing he can't hear me either. And lay down. Mm-hmm. Still debating on that freaking sword. Ah. Keep them coming, dude. More questions, and this and that. The live action TV show one? From the 80s or the 90s? Yeah, you have to remember as a kid, you know. You may want to pick from the 90s because. Favorite modern day TV show or live action show? That's a good one. Let's see. 'Cause I liked a lot of shows, but not everybody liked what I was watching too. No, I guess the Outer Limits. I like because I liked a lot of the science fiction stuff they went. What was it? Of course, it helped. They had some feminine characters and so on and so forth. a lot of a lot of good stuff on it too. You know. I didn't actually think about the inside of that arm too much. Well, I was hoping Westworld would be my favorite show, but it just kind of like once it went, robots versus humans. Never mind. And then Madagascar. Not Madagascar. I'm sorry. It's called Real Humans in English. I can't say the French, the Swedish name for it. But in English, it's called Real Humans. That was pretty good right up until they got into the evil humans versus robots. try comic stuff. Try about the current comic I'm been working on now. I don't know. I mean, you can hit me with pop culture, and I'll try to answer them as best I can, or maybe stuff technical, or I don't know, stuff related to my field, and so on and so forth. You know, just as long as it doesn't get overly crazy or super personal. Yes, I did. I managed. I read everything all the way to everything that was sent. I read everything to it, but I'm not sure anybody else has read it. So I'm interested to see when what the next book comes in. Yeah, it left it on a good cliffhanger, so let's not ruin it for everybody who hasn't seen it. But it's a pretty good book. Yep. Like I said, I'll just take your questions and. So I'm gonna do this page. I'm gonna finish this page, and then we'll call it that time. So it may be another hour or two, because I'm just trying to put in all the detail, and then I gotta do all this. So I think I will just take this sword out because I want the focus to be her. I think I've. Let's see here. We got pelvis, egg. Espen? I think she was part of a Top Cow. Yo, so quiet. I'm debating if I should give her high heels or just keep her flat-footed. Yeah. Oops. This wouldn't actually be here. It would be up here. So, any questions about the comic or comic to be anyway? Because I need to put dialogue and so on and so forth. Calgia. Yeah. What would be a word for it? Well, I don't know if it would be retrofitted or reprogrammed. Or it is before. I just realized her foot is too big. Good thing I looked. You could also ask questions about, art related stuff and ideas and so on and so forth. So don't be shy if you need to ask a question about something art related. Like, oh my god, I did this wrong. What happened? Help me, help me. Así mueve. O mi mueve. Yeah, that's my favorite movie in the 90s, by the way. The Mummy. The Mummy Returns. The Scorpion King. I need to set up a website for this now that I think about it. And I need to get the domain name for it. I have no idea why you're tired. Maybe you've been gaming too hard. Just find some music for myself. Yay! So I actually finally watched the rest of Kill la Kill, and that is a funkadelic anime. It's like, man, like whatever you're smoking, I want some of it too. Sheesh, that was a crazy anime. I wonder if they made a manga for it. It was something. Well, they usually do a manga and then they'll do and then they'll do an anime. But sometimes they'll do an anime first and then they'll do a manga. And usually the manga will fill in quite a bit of holes that was left out in the anime because of time constraints, plot convenience, pacing, and the stuff that normally most shows any show actually suffers from, is trying to balance. I'm still trying to find music. Music for the soul. All right, Cal. You have a good one, sir. Yeah. All right, guy. All right, dude. You have a good one. Well, anybody else want to ask questions? Trying to debate if I should have him flipped on his back or leave him face up. Let me get started on the background. Well, debate on that. I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and take out this sword because I need her to be the main attraction of the page. Excuse me. Excuse me. And then I see the goof. That's a tree. I think maybe there's too much cross-hatching in here. Let's get rid of some of this. You know, as they say, less is better. Everybody still alive here? You can just drop it in a Discord, dude. You guys give me a few minutes. I'm gonna head to the restroom and we'll continue finish this. I'm almost there with this background, and I think I will put this dude in the front. But the sword is gonna stay out because I really don't need that here. And I'm back. I wonder if I should because I'm looking at it now. It says I can merge it with Twitch. I was remembering what it said. Like, merge it with Twitch. Mm-hmm. I think I had something for the explosion bit. Excuse me. Guess not. I'll just leave the scorch mark out. Okay, I think that's it. then just text when I get there. And let me take this little thing out. Or just shrink it some. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I got some other stuff I gotta do and eat something before I fall over. And then, so I'll try to have this maybe every Wednesday, every Friday, 1 or 2. And then, hopefully attract more people. And then, so I'll see you guys tomorrow at Picardo. Y'all have a good night.